Hey guys, welcome back to the HardRacing YouTube channel. Today we are working on our Grom RR project bike, and as you can see, we're going to fit it up with a proper aftermarket exhaust to knock off a lot of weight, to add some more power, some more torque, a lot better looks, and also great sound. As most of you guys know, it's always good to have a louder exhaust for a small bike. More chance people can hear you, less chance they're going to run you off the road. It's always a good thing. Obviously, the most biggest benefit for this is the additional power and torque and the weight savings. Yoshimura has always been known as one of the best exhausts on the planet. They're made here in the US, in Chino, California. Top quality fit, finish, stainless headers with a stainless can, carbon end cap, and a carbon heat shield. All the hardware comes with it. You get an 18mm exhaust bung so that you can run a wideband sensor for either a Dynajet or an A-Racer AF1. That's a big plus. You don't have to worry about welding on anything. It comes with a plug if you don't use a wideband sensor, so that's another bonus, and it's a very easy to install exhaust. So we'll show you today how quick and simple you can drop off that big old honkin' stock exhaust with a cat converter in it and this big old heavy canister, and replace it with a nice lightweight, high quality, high performance Yoshimura RS9T exhaust system.
Alright, so first you want to remove your stock exhaust. So we're going to remove this bolt here. There's a bolt in the middle, and then the two header bolts. We found the easiest way to do it is to remove your two header bolts first, the back bolt second, and then last remove the middle bolt. So the header bolts are 12mm, and we're going to take those off first. And next is the back bolt. That's also 12mm. So you'll notice there's a nut on the back of this bolt. It's, as soon as you break it loose, it'll come right off. Just unscrew it as you loosen the bolt. So last is the middle bolt, and the reason why we do that last is while you're taking that off, we like to be able to support the exhaust with one hand and lower it down slowly as we pull the middle bolt out. Alright, and now let's go throw this thing on the scale. Alright, so the Yoshimura exhaust is 2 pounds lighter than the stock exhaust. And it also, that comes out to about 25% less weight than your stock exhaust. And on top of that, you get plus 14% horsepower, more horsepower, and plus 14% max torque, which is pretty good. So the next step is we're going to go ahead and assemble the Yoshimura exhaust before we put it on. So quick side note, you'll want to make sure your stock exhaust gasket is still inside the head. You will be using that. So generally speaking, you can reuse these, but if it looks boogered up or torn, anything like that, you definitely just go ahead and get one from your local Honda dealership. Okay, so what you want to do first is to lightly assemble the mid-pipe and your header tube, just like this. And then we'll go ahead and fit it loosely up on the bike. So what we like to do first is to mount it in using the middle bolt And what it does, it takes the load off as I'm trying to mount it on the header bolts. All right, so once you've got your center bolt mounted, it's easier to mount the header up to the header bolts and finagle it into place. And again, to reiterate, everything at this point is just hand tightened. All right, so now we're going to cinch the header bolts. And one thing to point out, you want to alternate and do a little bit on each side at a time so that it doesn't torque the header and ends up crooked. That's no bueno. Okay, so now that I've got these bolts tightened, I'm going to do one final torque, and we're going to do that at 18 foot-pounds. So at this point, I have not torqued down the middle bolt until I put the canister on. And the reason why I do this is so that I can manipulate the mid pipe to get this canister to slide on properly and in the right spot. Okay, so once I've got the canister in position, I'm going to take the bolt and the nut and mount the canister to the bracket. All right, and once I've got those two bolts cinched down, this one and the middle one, now I can torque those down to 18 foot-pounds. All right, and the next thing you want to do is install your exhaust springs. Oh yeah, I did forget to say, make sure that you have the Yoshimura logo facing up so that everybody can see that. All right, so next we're going to take and install the O2 plug. And one thing we want to recommend is using anti-seize if you are going to be pulling it out at any point in time and installing a wide band. All right, so you're about ready to fire it up, but wait, hold on. I highly recommend rubbing alcohol and wiping down the canister and the headers to clean off any fingerprints, oils that it got on there from your installation. Because once you fire it up and that gets cooked in there, it's like Bad Boys. It's for life. See, this is what I'm talking about. All right, so the next step is to fire it up. Installation video. If you want us to create more great videos, please help support the channel by simply clicking the like button down below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you are notified when we post up new videos. If you have any questions, please be sure to send us an email, give us a call. We're always here to help. And of course, check out our website at HardRacing.com. See you soon.